Morning, YouTube world. It's Simon here. It's been several days since I last made a video. Since then, I've had four doses of radiation of the dailies, as well as my first full chemo treatment, which was last Friday. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to update you on all of that process, the side effects that I'm going through, which aren't great, unfortunately, as well as show you a couple of cool pictures that we took when I was getting the radiation done, as well as the chemo at the infusion center. So stick with me, and we'll go through it all. And as always, let me know if you guys have any questions on anything. Well, here we have me hanging out at the radiation treatment center. This is let me just make it a little bit bigger. This is the cool t-shirt my best bud got for me. Thank you, Chris. Trying to wear that every time I go in and get a radiation treatment, just to make things a little light, a little funny. And you'll see there the table, and that's what they lay me down on. Put a headrest behind my head and my legs up under my knees, and then that's also when they fit me with the mask that I showed you guys all previously. Takes about 10 minutes to get me fully aligned. They do a scan, make sure that everything's in the same place as it was last time. And then it's about another 5 to 10 minutes for the actual x-rays to go around. This pretty cool true beam machine, I believe is what it's called. That big circle thing rotates all the way around 360 around your head, your neck, comes from underneath. So that they make sure that they're targeting the areas with the modulation therapy as best they can, getting all the exact spots that they need to get. The staff have been really awesome over there. The whole process, once I get there, takes about half an hour. All very quick and efficient. Considering I have to go every day, that's a good thing. And it's nice to be able to be in and out of there as quickly as possible. There's no pain or discomfort at all when you're on the machine. Just laying down, being still for that long can be a bit frustrating, but no real pain or discomfort. So that's radiation. We also have first infusion on Friday last week. As you can see, they plugged me into my port cath. It's pretty cool. The portacath is just such a great, useful tool to have. Instead of having to poke you in the veins in your arms every single time, they can now just poke straight into the portacath for one thing. They draw some blood, do some blood work checks, and then hook you up to the IV machine to distribute all the different various medications. So it's not just chemo. I was there for about 4 hours. The first little bit, they give me a whole bunch of fluids. This type of chemo that I have, the cisplatin, requires a lot of fluids because some of the biggest side effects are kidney damage. So they want to hydrate you really, really well. So they hydrate me with that big bolus bag of fluids. They give me some long-term acting anti-nausea medication. They also give me steroids to counteract side effects from the chemo itself. And then they give me Lasix. And Lasix are the things that make you go pee, which went great because I was full of fluid and then I needed to pee. So in about the 4 hours I was there, I had to go to the bathroom like 10 times. But it's pretty straightforward. You can get unplugged and work your way around, go to the bathroom as needed. You can see that we're in they call them pods. There's 8 chairs to a pod. You can, when I get there at 8 in the morning, just pick whichever you want. My wonderful wife and I, she's able to join me on Fridays. We picked a nice spot by the window, got our laptop set up and ready to watch some shows. And we spent the 4 hours getting all the fluids and drugs and stuff in me and watching some shows to have some fun. We'll try and pass the time as best we could. The side effects of the chemo haven't been great. The first radiation treatment, actually all the radiation treatments, don't really notice anything right away, but afterwards definitely noticed some more swelling and little discomfort under the jaw here where they're zapping the nodes, and a little bit of painful swallowing, more so than usual in the throat. When I met with the radiation oncologist on Friday, he was optimistic that the tumor was already shrinking, even after a couple of rounds. And he expects that to continue for the next 7 weeks. The chemo was also pretty straightforward the day of. No, nothing untowards the day of on Friday. But I had a rough night Saturday night, chills, fever, difficulty sleeping, having to go to the bathroom a lot. I was a little frustrated and disappointed because all the doctors said, you'll be fine the first couple of weeks 3, 4 plus are going to get rough. But the truth of the matter is, I've been battling the last couple of days. The weekend was rough. Tired, just bone tired, exhausted. The biggest challenge for me right now, though, is keeping the nausea away, and they give me some good medication for that. But it's you got to stay on top of it every 6 hours to take a new pill to try and stay on top of that. And then yesterday, after yesterday's radiation, got home, and my biggest concern has come to fruition, where the ability to taste has kind of gone out the window. Everything now tastes soapy or metallic. I was making dinner last night, and it was an adventure because nothing tasted right. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Got to deal with it. I'm hoping that that all comes back after it's done. The good news is the pain has kind of gone away now. Nausea has been able to stay under control. Just disappointed that our sense of taste is all gone. Doing lots of mouth washes, mouth rinses to try and keep things moisturized in there. Got some thick mucusy type of stuff going on, which is also totally to be expected. But anyway, enough of that bad stuff. On the good side, things are moving along as expected, and we'll continue with the next 6 courses of chemo on Fridays, and the rest of the 31 more doses of radiation, which I've got to get ready to go to for this morning's session. Thanks all for watching and providing your support. Actually, and I'll touch on that. All of my friends and family who watch this and um, who are aware of the situation, you've been awesome. My wife and I, kids, couldn't have expected the wonderful response we've gotten from the support from everyone, with meal trains and gift cards and the rest of it. I'm not going to go into individuals, but you know who you are. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It helps me get through this all. So um, appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And thanks all. And I'll give another update next week when I get through week 2 of all the treatments. Cheers.